Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Monday Special. Today we are playing a deck that 5-0'd. I discussed it, should be soon. I should have addressed it in a competitive list. I got a 5-0. I do need to do that. But this list is essentially, there's been a couple of these lists that sprocked up out of nowhere. Got a couple 5-0s. It's a list with Nissa and Lotus Cobra as the foundation, and it kind of goes off of Genesis Ultimatum. I have yet to play this kind of list, so I'm kind of intrigued to see how it is. So this deck list is not going to be showcased. I'm going to play as is the 5-0 list and see what I think about the list. We'll get into the wrap up at the end and we'll discuss what changes maybe that I would recommend for this list. But I'm super excited about trying it out. Like I said, I'm playing it as is, so hopefully it performs quite well today. So let's get into the deck list and get in some games. The 5-0 list came from MTG Goldfish as the source, so that's what you're seeing here. The list is in the description if you want to look at it. The deck list has 4 Spirals, 4 Cobras, 4 Caryatids. We have a lot of 2-mana ramps. The goal was to get to Escape to the Wilds, to get a bunch of land triggers, make a bunch more mana with Cobras and Nissas, and kind of go off from there. We have Genesis Ultimatum, Ugin, Part the Water Veil as a way to take an extra turn, and Chandra. I think this is more in here to bridge the gap against control main board, right? The other Chandra is good, but it can be countered. This one can't. We have 4 Omnath because it's just a sweet card. And sideboard wise, we have Volleys. We've been over this hundreds of times. We know what those are for. Ether Gust we have against Mono Green, and also probably Gruul mid range. We have Damping Spheres for Lotus Field, Unlicensed Hearse for Graveyard Hate, Mystical Dispute for Control, Radiant Flames as a way to fight through aggro decks. And for some reason, this person is playing Magma Spray? Question mark? Like, it's kind of been outclassed by the one that's from Crimson Vow, I think, where it could do 2 damage to a creature or Planeswalker, but for some reason, we're going to be trying out with Magma Sprays. So that's like something I think this would probably not make my list. Let's try it out as is and get into some games. By Triumph, Yo plays the farmland. So we're facing Control, Temple Garden, untapped. Play the Cobra, Yo. I don't think I have to really worry about Control answering this Cobra. Fortress, Rona, oh. Maybe it's not Control. So we will add red. Play Omnath. No attacks. Pass the turn. Plays the Cataracts. Passes. What is going on over there? Attempt to play a Cobra. Play a Temple Garden. Untapped. So we'll add nothing but green mana, I guess. Make this quick. And gain some life. Play a Caryatid. Play another Caryatid. Hit with Omnath. March of the Otherworldly Light. That's fine. Sure, loots. Gets rid of the Dovin's Veto. Temporary lockdown to eat all my dorks. Well, that stinks. So I think I play the Forest. Cycle. Pass the turn. That really stinks. We were about ready to play an Ugin. Blast Zone for the opponent. Play a Nissa. Pass the turn. Snow Cover Plains. Chandra. Awkward. We don't have another red source. Smack your face, I suppose. Broker's Hideout. So that gets sacked. We're going to go ahead and grab a Forest, I guess. We're going to add red, another Nissa. That's not really helpful. So we'll go ahead and drop down Chandra, uptick Chandra, go to combat, smack you for 3 past the turn. Now, if we can get him to tap out, we could maybe get this Ugin. Blast Zone on 4. Is their plan really to put this to 6? I think their plan is to put this to 6. And pop my Chandra. Uptick Chandra. Escape to the Wilds. Fable Passage. Add a red to my mana pool. Play a Mountain. Get an Omnath. Add a white to my mana pool. Rack that. Get an Island. Add a green to my mana pool. Play an Omnath. We're going to apply so much pressure, so him upticking this Blast Zone to get rid of a Chandra is just useless. Okay, go to combat. Smack your face. Next turn, we'll just try to Genesis Ultimatum, I guess. Cycles a farmland. Untaps. Takes 2 from Chandra's emblems. He has to do it now. to prevent me from upticking it again. Supreme Verdict. All right, so I have a choice. I can Genesis Ultimatum. I think I do. Oh, wait, I can't. I don't have enough mana for it, or the colors. Ugin. Uptick Ugin. Pass the turn. Take you down to 3. Now, if he wastes his time trying to kill Ugin, we have another Ugin. Classic. Cycles and Desperation. Control player deserves this. Narset for the opponent. The pretty Japanese Narset. Scoops it up. Okay, so against control, is there anything actively bad in this matchup? Disputes are maybe what I want to consider. These are no. So this is my choices here. Unlicensed Hearse can disrupt his graveyard plans. Carrieted, maybe a Nissa, a Carrieted. I don't like that. Plays a tap Hollow Fountain, passes. So we play a Breeding Pool tap, Geo. Next turn we could drop it down to Cobra. Plays an untap Hollow Fountain, passes. Play a Mountain, Cobra. Make disappears. Tap Farmland, passes. Play a Rogren Triumph, Geo. Plays a Farmland and passes. Nissa. Play the Nissa. Absorbs. Play a Garden tapped. Geo. Might want to cycle this Ketra. I have 2 red. Alright, so this looks fine. Teferi. So I think I go ahead and cycle. Try to find like a Growth Spiral. Cobra. That's fine. So we play the Cobra. Pass the turn. Upticks Teferi. Tap out, please. Nicobolus. Kills my Cobra. Untaps 2 lands. Growth Spiral. Play a Growth Spiral. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Fable Passage. Go. We eat a Hideout. We untap. Temple Garden. Untapped. Crack that. Grab a Plains, I guess. Ugin. I think I have to do that. Because Teferi's almost at ultimating. So I have to do something to erase that. Alright. I'm off. Run it back. Catch a Triumph. Go. Coast. Tap land. Go. Hollow Fountain. Tapped. Passes. Island. Nissa. Go. Cycles of Farmland. Hollow Fountain. Narset. And passes? Doesn't even use it. Fable Passage. Add red. Crack Fable Passage. Get a Plains. Add red. Got an Omnath. Chandra. Uptick Chandra. Hit Narset. He chumps. Scoops it up. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Breeding Pool. Tap. Go. Darkslick Shores. Passes. Rogren Triumph. That's not bad. Go ahead and pass the turn. Plays a Darkslick Shores and passes. Growth Spiral. Play Rogren Triumph. Untap. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Maybe I get the Mountain here. Omnath. Scoops it up. Blue base deck. We bring in Disputes. It's Temur, so I think Carriette is better. So I think I'm going to cut a Nissa, a Cobra. Run it like that. Ruin Crab. Oh, it's Rogues, maybe? Triumph, go. This might be Rogues. Oh my god, another crab. Holy vajesus. Mills me some. Cracks the Passage. Mills me another 6. Temple Garden. Untapped. Carrietted. A give. Just passes? Do you have a land? Oh, it's definitely Mill. Seeker Keeper. Play a Stomping Grounds. Tap. Go. Passes. Play a Forest. Escape to the Wilds. This probably will eat a Drown in the Lock. Pass the turn. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Get a Island. Ship the turn. Passes. Ugin. Play a Mountain. Genesis Ultimatum. Disputes. Pass the turn. Passes again. He really has all action in hand. Ugin. You have another counter. Drown in the Lock. Pass the turn. Watery Grave mills me for 6. Okay. Hideout. I think I play Hideout. I should have a basic left, right? Yeah. And then we just cycle. And then next turn I get Awakening. Pass the turn. Impinu mills me. Got 15 cards left in the deck. Jace. That means we're dead. Who would have knew? We got milled out. So against this matchup, now we know what we're facing. I think I want the volleys to get rid of the crabs. You can't counter it. Down a Cobra. Down a Spiral. Run it like that, I guess. Broker's Hideout. Get a Island. Pass the turn. Watery Grave. Untapped. Mills me for 4. Passes. Forest. Growth Spiral. Triumph. Go. Mountain. Omnath. Fable Passage. Cracks it. Tapped Island. Drowning Lock. Dispute. Omnath. Play an Island. Pass the turn. Masteries my Omnath. Escape to the Wilds. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Island. Caryatid. Pass the turn. Hideous Laughter gets 10 cards. I'm assuming, yeah, he hit multiple Ugins. That explains it. Breeding Pool. Okay, so play Nissa. Fable Passage. Crack the Fable Passage. Get a Forest. Add another red to my mana pool. Drew an Omnath. Play Chandra. Uptick Chandra. We have 2 mana, so we just pass the turn. Madding Cacophony. Attempt to counter it. Passes. Another Nissa. Uptick Chandra. Play Omnath. Growth Spiral. Play a Breeding Pool tapped. I guess add a green. Play Caryatid. Go to combat. Pass the turn. Swamp for the opponent. Jace. That puts me on a very, very small clock. I'm assuming he minuses and takes it out. Means I mill 15. I'm at 5 cards left in my deck. Passes. Uptick Chandra. Go to combat. Smack, smack. Takes 3. We just have to pray he doesn't have another mill spell. That is a mill spell. Alright, that's another mill spell. Sure. And I skip it up. 1-1. Let's get into the next. Coast. Passes. Fable Passage. Play Breeding Pool. Tapped. Go. Canal. Passes. Island. Cobra. Make Disappear. I'm assuming this is Creativity. Steam Vents. Tapped. Cobra. Another Make Disappear. Play a Fable Passage. Go. Omnath. Oh, that's not great. I wanted to land there. Play Caryatid. Pass the turn. Makes a Shark. Plays the Canal. Goes to combat and hits my face. Down to 18. Another freaking non-land. Pass the turn. Impulse. Pathway on blue. Hits my face. Down to 16. Creativity to Atroxa. Crack Fable Passage. Grab Mountain. Now we freaking draw the land. Omnath. Play the Broker's Hideout. I was debating about saving that for next turn, but get a Forest. Pass the turn. Hits me for 7. Steam Vents. Untapped. Prismari Command. 2 Volcanic Spite. Okay, kills my Omnath. Passes. Omnath. Draw a card. Play a tap land. Go. Hits my face down to 11. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Rogran Triumph. Nissa. Rogran Triumph. Gain some life. Add red. Pass the turn. Loots away a Creativity. Attacks with the team. We will block the Goblin. If he has a Volcanic Spite, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're basically all in on this Ugin resolving. Plays a Pathway on red. Passes. Ugin. Alright, I'm off. So we bring in Disputes. Maybe Gust. Seems like that's it. Go down, I think, 1 Nissa and a few Cobras. Alright, another Cobra. Run it like that. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Go. Canal. Mountain. Caryatid. Secret's the key. Pass the turn. Pathway on red. Passes. Play Caryatid. Play Stomping Grounds tapped. Go. Oh, Impulses. Coast. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Omnath. Breeding Pool tapped. Go. Coast. Fry. Goes to combat. Attacks. We block. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Get an island. Genesis Ultimatum. Disdainful Strokes. Pass the turn. Chandra. Upticks. Passes. Pass the turn. Attacks. Block. Indomitable Creativity. That resolves. Gets an Atroxa. Gust it. Plays the coast. Exiles top 5. Play the hideout, I guess. I was saving that for a rainy day, but get a plains, I guess. Pass the turn. Pathway on blue. Copies that with the KebbieG. Attacks with both. Makes more treasures. Block and block. Indomitable Creativity again. Gets a Troxa. Carry edit. Go. Mutavolt. Upticks the Chandra. Channels the Sakasan. Goes to combat. Attacks out with everything. One play it, get countered, and scoop. Alright, I'm off. Oh, 1 and 2 with the deck. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? And we don't really have the tools on the sideboard for the control matchups, which is all what we faced today. What a horrible time. I could deal with 1 per video, but 3 of them? It's just so bad. So yeah, we just did not have any of the tools for these matchups at all. So creativity, mill, and looked like it was blue-white control with a little bit of uniqueness to it, but we beat that deck. But the last 2, like, we came close, I think, to beating Mill if we could have had a few more turns, but what are you going to do? Like, I don't think this deck can really efficiently face them all that well. I mean, we don't have any tools for the Mill matchup to shuffle stuff back in. Against the control matchup, I don't know. Creativity basically is control with the combo finish. So I don't know. I would have loved to actually face some diverse decks, but today we faced nothing but control. So that's like the worst possible matches if you wanted non-diversity. Control's the worst matchup. Not for this deck, but just the face in general. So if you have any suggestions at all for this deck, let me know down in the comment section. Of course, Magma Spray I think just needs to go. It's not good in 2023, so that's one critique. I mean, the rest of these upper cards at least are playable, but this is not playable. Main board wise, it looks like it's reasonable, but I definitely want more for the control matchup. I guess Omnath is the best card for that matchup, and Chandra. Maybe I want another Chandra on the board. That way I can make sure I actually resolve a spell instead of a Hullbreaker Horror. One of the two. I don't know. But like I said, if you have any considerations at all, let me know down in the comment section. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.